Hello and thank you for tuning in to Seyyah Ressam, your personal guide through the ever-expanding world of technology. In this episode, we'll put a hotly anticipated device through real-world tests to see if it lives up to its hype. Unveiled at an astonishingly low price of just $110, the Nubia V70 Max immediately grabs attention. With its huge 6.9-inch display, 120 Hz refresh rate and massive 6000 mAh battery. In this hands-on review, we'll explore how a device in this price bracket manages to include features normally reserved for much more expensive smartphones. The Nubia V70 Max arrives in a minimalist, red and white box that feels surprisingly premium. Inside, you'll find everything you need to start using the phone right away. A USB-C cable, a 22.5W fast charger, a clear silicone case, a pre-applied screen protector and a SIM eject tool. Nubia decision to bundle so many accessories adds real value and spares users the hassle and expense of purchasing extras separately. Holding the V70 Max, you immediately notice its solid, almost industrial aesthetic. At 195 grams and 8.3 millimeters thick, it feels sturdy in the hand. Though the relatively thick side bezels lend a slightly bulky impression, all buttons are within easy reach. The left edge holds the dual SIM tray, while the right edge houses the volume, rocker and power button, with an integrated fingerprint sensor for biometric security. On the bottom, you'll find a 3.5 mm headphone jack, microphone, USB-C port and loudspeaker. At the rear, the camera module dominates the upper half of the back panel. A colossal circular housing proudly proclaims 50 megapixels, AI camera, giving the phone a flagship-like look that belies its budget pricing. It's a bold design choice that will certainly turn heads. The star of the show is the 6.9-inch IPS LCD, with an HD resolution and a high 120 Hz refresh rate, with options to dial down to 90 Hz or 60 Hz to conserve battery. Despite its droplet-style notch and wider bezels, the large screen delivers an immersive viewing experience, perfect for video streaming and casual gaming. The panel main drawback is its peak brightness of just 500 nits, which can make outdoor readability challenging under strong sunlight. Powering the V70 Max is a Unisoc T606 chipset built on a 12nm process. While not a speed demon, this processor handles everyday tasks, web browsing, social media apps, light gaming, without significant hiccups. In our benchmarks, the phone scored 247,360 on Antutu and achieved 388 single-core and 1,367 multi-core on Geekbench numbers. Consistent with other budget-friendly devices in this segment, you can choose from 4GB, 6GB or 8GB of physical RAM, complemented by up to 16GB of virtual RAM expansion. Storage stands at a generous 128GB. And there a micro SD slot for further capacity upgrades. Thanks to the 120 Hz refresh rate, titles like PUBG Mobile and Arena of Valor remain reasonably smooth if you dial graphic settings down to low or medium. Though not equipped for high-end gaming, the phone offers a pleasant experience for casual gamers seeking an affordable entry point. Video playback is equally enjoyable on the big screen, provided you're indoors or in shaded environments. The triple camera array centers around a 50 megapixels main sensor with an f1.8 aperture and PDAF focusing. 2 megapixels auxiliary lenses handle depth sensing and AI-powered portrait effects. Images under good lighting conditions exhibit vibrant colors and sharp detail. Low light performance is less stellar, noise and loss of fine detail creep in, but the phone still captures usable shots for social media. The selfie camera is an 8 megapixels sensor, nestled in the notch, more than adequate for video calls and quick snapshots. Perhaps the most impressive feature is the 6000 mAh battery. Nubia claims up to 20% longer endurance than its predecessor and promises a lifespan of 800 charge cycles. Roughly 4 years of typical use. In real-world tests, light users can stretch 2 days between charges, while continuous on-screen activities, like gaming or video playback, still last 1012 hours. Charging at 22.5 W, the phone refuels its massive cell in a reasonable timeframe, though it not the fastest in its class. Running MyOS 15 atop Android 15, the V70 Max delivers a clean, intuitive interface that feels snappy even with mid-range hardware. Live Island 2.0, Nubia take on floating notification widgets, surrounds the notch, with interactive icons for alerts, battery status and media controls. No need to open full apps for quick interactions. At roughly $110, the Nubia V70 Max offers exceptional bang for your buck. Its large, high refresh rate display, massive battery, and bold design make it stand out among budget alternatives. Performance is solid for everyday tasks, and the bundled accessories add tangible value. If you can live with modest camera performance in low light and average brightness outdoors, the V70 Max is one of the best sub-$120 phones you can buy today.